Not at all.
It's going to be exactly what I thought.
Take care, gentlemen.
Thanks, guys. Be safe.
We're not getting any answers on what they actually are.
In here, we've seen up to 7 drones in the sky above us. They're above us right now, just moving back and forth.
Tonight, authorities in Toms River, New Jersey, launching their own drone offensive for a closer look. Their eye in the sky, capturing one of the drones in motion.
They're 2 feet bigger than our drones, or 2 times the size rather, so they're about 4 feet, and it looks like it's a fixed wing type craft. What concerns us mostly is that at this point, nobody's seen any of these units taking off or landing.
Coming right above my house. It's moving really fast now.
What are they doing? It implies a heavy payload, and a heavy payload would be either something dangerous, but in this case, surveillance of some sort.
Here's why I think these UFOs everyone is seeing in New Jersey are actually just military drones being tested. Not only is the military trying to build new drone technology, and they want to build thousands of these easily replaceable AI-enabled drones, but it also makes zero sense that the world's most powerful military can't figure out what these things are that are flying over restricted airspace, i.e. military bases and even some nuclear power plants. I mean, seriously, when's the last time that you saw a civilian aircraft or drone fly over restricted airspace and not be intercepted by police, military, fighter jets, or helicopters? Some of you might remember that when they were testing the B-2 stealth bomber, people thought it was a UFO, and they tested those airplanes at night. Now, I've heard a lot of people say, well, there was one time where they locked everyone down in their houses and they won't let us come out because one of them crashed. There's a ton of police cars and a lot of unmarked vehicles, and they won't let us figure out what was going on. Yeah, no duh. When something top secret crashes, they cut off all access to the area. That's like a very common thing, and it makes a lot of sense. So with all of the wars going on around the world, it's not too far-fetched to believe that the military is producing new drone technology and using this UFO craze everyone is on as a way to get everyone's eyes off of what's really going on. The fact that they're testing new military technology. Because literally every other time that this has happened in history where they've tested top secret airplanes, everyone goes, look, there's space aliens in the sky. And the government always goes, much like they're doing now. And I mean, a lot of the movements that the UFOs have been doing on the videos that we've seen are movements that I've seen drones do as well. If anyone's ever operated a small handheld drone, they can do some pretty crazy things really quickly. So, I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And as always, stay safe, stay prepared.
All right, so check this out. Some car-sized drones right there. I mean, they're pretty big. Looks like something that you see in New Jersey, I think.
These are all drones in the sky. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
They're passing each other. I mean, how do they not know what's going on?
Stop cursing.
The Bureau is actively investigating. We do not attribute that to an individual or a group yet. We're investigating, but I don't have an answer.
We had last night 49 sightings. These are apparently very, as I understand it, very sophisticated. The minute you get eyes on them, they go dark.
The White House not ruling out anything, not giving us any answers. Neither did this hearing that we just heard some questions in. So a United States Coast Guard boat testified to you that 12 drones were following it in the water in the Atlantic Ocean. Did they tell you anything about the size, what they look like? Were they able to get images? How close were they?
You know, they were pretty large and they weren't far off.
the stern. So it's very, very troubling. I mean, this could be the beginning of something, or it could be nothing. Who knows? But how dare they allow us to live? I just listened to the White House spokeswoman.
Say nothing.
They got nothing to tell us.
Unbelievable.
And 50 coming from the ocean onto land. 50.
This is
I mean, this is really serious stuff.
It's insane. It's like a sci-fi movie, and whatever it is, we absolutely have to know. So, this lack of answers is absolutely
Martha, there's
really
no way it's
upsetting.
a hoax.
Has anybody seen that video of the couple in New Jersey that the clock on their car changed when the drones flew overhead? Because I was thinking today that time is flying by, and I feel like we're getting drained like 20 minutes a day, maybe even more. We could be getting drained. I don't know at this point, but all I know is it's pitch black dark right at 5 o'clock now, pitch black. And it's crazy that today we're out. I left my house at 9 o'clock this morning. Didn't even think about eating lunch for some reason. So we stopped at like 2 o'clock to get something to eat. And then I looked at the clock and it was 4:30. And then it was getting dark and I'm like, this is not right. Something's freaking going on with our clocks. That's what I think. And why would they want to speed up the time? Well, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, but we have to work more and our bills come a hell of a lot faster. Does it not seem that you pay bills and literally 2 weeks later you're paying them again? Something is going on with our time.
It's concerning, it's frustrating. You're telling me we don't know what the hell these drones are in New Jersey are? Is that correct?
That's right.
It's crazy. I mean, that's crazy. That's madness that we don't know what these drones are. You're telling me that a lot of these, Mr. Jones, you're telling me that 90%, 95% of these drones along the U.S.-Mexico border, we can't interact because they're not in U.S. territory?
That is correct. A large proportion of them stay in foreign airspace.
I'll tell you what, there are a lot of Americans that are very frustrated right now that are essentially questioning, where are my taxpayer dollars going? You know, this Doge craze that's kind of starting to take hold, this is very real. I mean, this is going to come. People are going to have to come before the carpet, and they're going to have to explain every single line item. What do you do here? What does this get? And you're telling me we don't know what the hell these drones are in New Jersey are? Is that correct?
That's right.
It's crazy. I mean, that's crazy. That's madness that we don't know what these drones are.
Today, we heard from a member of the FBI, the DOJ, Border Patrol, and even a rep from the NFL, all of whom say that their operations in some way or another have been hampered by drones coming into the United States. And while several of these entities talked about drones that come from criminal organizations or our adversaries, like Mexican drug cartels or the Chinese government, for example, it was pretty clear that the drones flying over New Jersey at this point are still unknown. Lawmakers at times were frustrated. The FBI and other agencies couldn't tell them more about what these things are or where they come from. The FBI only saying it seems as though right now they don't pose a threat. Several members asked whether we could just bring one down.
Let's go get that DoD capability and find out and put to rest the question, who is it? We can bring one down tomorrow.
But it became pretty clear that as lawmakers continued to ask more questions about these drones over New York and New Jersey, federal agencies didn't have answers for them.
Oh my God, here we go. Here it is. Are you freaking kidding me right now? What is that?
Hi guys, just the latest report on what's going on. So they've had an emergency briefing in Congress about these drones. One Congress member has stated that there are confirmed reports of the US Coast Guard seeing these things coming out of the Atlantic Ocean. That is the latest news. At least 50 drones were witnessed coming out of the Atlantic Ocean and then subsequently shadowing the Coast Guard and then going onto the mainland, then coming back and then going below the horizon of the Atlantic Ocean again. So do with that information what you will. There are also unconfirmed reports that they're not in fact drones, but actually orbs. Again, I'm getting orbs coming up quite a lot again from certain news outlets, as well as the podcast Redacted that got sent some images with regards to the incursions going on over New Jersey right now and neighboring states. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty interesting seeing how these guys are dealing with this. There's a lot of frustration in New Jersey. You know, obviously the New Jersey mayor, governor more like, has said that, you know, it's not a direct threat. But what he did say, which was very interesting, is that whenever we get close to these things, they go dark, which means they either disappear off radar or they disappear visually. We don't have drones that do that. And of course, why would drones do that with lights on them in the first place? These are ongoing. Obviously, we've done quite a lot of videos on this now, but I knew about the ocean situation in the lives. I haven't commented on it because I wanted to see if there was anyone in the public sphere that was going to mention it. It was just mentioned in the emergency congressional hearing on this situation. So that is something that is now confirmed. They have been seen, at least 50 of them, coming out of the Atlantic Ocean. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't think a Mavic Pro can do that. So let's keep our eyes and ears peeled, and I'll report on anything else that comes out in the near future. Last but not least, please don't forget to check the link in my bio for our fantastic porridge, which is available on Amazon UK, next day delivery. We've got 3 fantastic flavours, vanilla, apple and cinnamon, and of course our bestseller, the maple syrup. That's all for now, guys. You heard it first from DK. I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.
The drones in New Jersey and more. What can you tell us? What is going on, and why is it taking so long to come up with an explanation?
Yeah, it's a good, I don't blame people for being frustrated. Let me say, most importantly, right up front, we see no evidence, and I say we, this includes Homeland Security, FBI, Secret Service, our state police, authorities at all levels of government. The most important point to say is we don't see any concern for public safety. That's number one. Number two, having said that, it's really frustrating that we don't have more answers as to where they're coming from and why they're doing what they're doing. We had last night 49 sightings. I was on with the White House and Homeland Security leadership literally at the very top yesterday for pretty much all day. I'm hoping we'll get answers sooner than later. I would just ask folks to continue to let the FBI or their local law enforcement know when they see something, and we'll continue to do everything we can with our federal partners to get clearer answers.
Why is it so hard to get answers?
These are apparently very, as I understand it, very sophisticated. The minute you get eyes on them, they go dark. And, you know, we're obviously most concerned about sensitive targets and sensitive critical infrastructure. So we've got military assets, we've got utility assets, we've got the president-elect's one of his homes here. This is something we're taking deadly seriously. We've gotten good cooperation out of the feds, but we need more, and that was my plea.